Pirin National Park, Bulgaria. There is a legend that says, many centuries ago, when all the countries of the world were created by the gods, there was one country which for some reason had been overlooked. When the gods realized their oversight, they gathered up parts from all the other countries they had already made to create one last country. So it was, this last country turned out to be especially beautiful, having all sorts of natural gifts, such as mountains and rivers, forests and lakes, grasslands and beaches. This country came to be called Bulgaria. The Pirin National Park lies in the Blagoevgrad province of southwest Bulgaria, near the Bulgarian border with Greece. The park encompasses the larger part of the Pirin mountain range and covers an area of approximately 274 square kilometers, or 106 square miles. As the legend of Bulgaria's origins suggests, this popular national park is a place of pristine beauty that has the best of everything. Pirin National Park was designated a World Heritage Site in 1983. Bulgaria's towering mountains rise more than 2,500 meters, or 8,200 feet, above sea level. The park takes its name from the nearby Pirin mountain range. The name Pirin derives from Perun. In Slavic mythology, Perun is the supreme god identified with thunder and lightning. This ancient pagan deity was worshipped by the Slavs before the advent of Christianity. The highest of the Pirin Mountains is Mount Pirin. At 2,915 meters, or 9,563 feet above sea level, it is Bulgaria's second highest mountain. Next to Mount Pirin is the slightly shorter Mount Kutelo, whose height is 2,908 meters, 9,540 feet above sea level. These two mountains are the hallmarks of Pirin. At 950 meters, 3,116 feet above sea level, the town of Bansko serves as the gateway to Pirin National Park. It is believed the name Bansko comes from classical Hebrew and means those who are the keepers of the mountains. Bansko is a quiet town of about 10,000 people. The keepers of the mountains are in turn watched over by the town's soaring peaks. Geologists believe the Pirin Mountains, comprised mostly of granite and slate, were formed during a glacial age. As a result, many glacial lakes dot the area. This mountain has a hollowed depression called a cirque. Cirques are bowl-shaped, valley-like geographical features that are scooped out of the mountains by the immense power of glaciers. Most of the spaces between the mountains of Pirin were carved out by glacial erosion. Today, the glaciers have receded, leaving behind precipitous valleys in their wake, as well as many cirques, most of which now contain glacial lakes. There are more than 180 of these shimmering glacial lakes. Each has been given an endearing name. Some bear the names of animals common to this region, such as fish and frog. The Pirin Mountains are home to some 2,100 species of plants, which are nourished by the waters of more than 70 springs. One of the more unusual plants in this area is a tree named Bykoshiva mura. The tree is over 1,300 years old, making it Bulgaria's oldest tree. It measures 3 meters or 10 feet in diameter and stands 27 meters, 88 feet tall. It belongs to a species that is unique to this region. Although similar to the pine tree, it is known as a primitive pine because of its earlier evolution. The people of Bulgaria have a generations-old tradition that equates the country's destiny to the condition of this tree. Bulgaria will continue to prosper so long as the primitive pine remains alive. The village of Melnik is situated at the southern edge of the Pirin National Park, not far from the border with Greece. With a population of only 150 people, it is the smallest village in Bulgaria. A tranquil mountain town of stone houses, it retains much of its traditional Bulgarian charm. The village is surrounded by vineyards, and every household grows grapes. Melnik is a world-renowned Bulgarian wine-producing region. Its flavorful wines are made from local grapes and pure Pirin spring water. The wines are aged in cool, cave-like cellars, hewn out of the surrounding hills. These white rocky hills are a unique feature of the village landscape. They consist of a brittle, sandy type of earth called calcarenite, which is prone to collapse. Almost 6 kilometers, or 4 miles to the northeast of Melnik, is Rosen Monastery. First built in the 12th century, this monastery was repeatedly destroyed by fire. The present buildings date back to the monastery's reconstruction in 1732. The monastery endured 500 years of Ottoman Empire rule, which began in the 14th century. Rosen Monastery's original wooden building, with its neat and tidy appearance, is an integral part of the Pirin scenery. Bulgaria is blessed with a magnificently diverse, picturesque natural environment. The Pirin National Park showcases the country's beautiful landscapes and its abundant natural riches, making them all accessible for average people to enjoy. With its rugged snow-capped peaks, soft green slopes, lush forests with wild fruit, quick-flowing rivers, and crystal-clear lakes, Pirin National Park is the pride of the local people. It is a national treasure to be passed down from generation to generation by a country grateful for its natural inheritance. How does one determine the true wealth of a nation? How does one determine true spiritual worth? These are the questions that Bulgaria's mountains, rivers, forests, and lakes ask of us all.